dating for widows is such, at times, a polarizing topic. Like people, it's very juicy and there's so much in there that could be unpacked and that could be worked through. And so people are either usually super, super curious about dating and they want to learn about all the things and there's like this urgency around it. Or people are very turned off, like they very much don't want to know anything about dating. They don't want to hear about, they don't want to think about, they don't want to see it. And so in the Brave Widow community, I talk about all of the topics, and this topic does come up, but I felt that there is so much there to unpack, so much there that can be focused on, that I wanted to create a separate container just for people who are interested in dating and just for people who are interested in love after loss. Hello and welcome. So that's why I created the Love After Loss Mastermind. Now, this mastermind is to help widows really evaluate and help them have confidence with whether or not they are ready to date. With if they want to date, they're getting started, we take that first step. If you're already dating, but you're struggling and there's lots of volatility and there's lots of ups and downs and it's an emotional roller coaster, like this is going to help you. So, the way that I've structured it is I want to help widows with preparing their heart. So, clearing up all that emotional junk, all of the guilt, all of the insecurities, the fears, the doubts, the endless what ifs, and all the lies that we believe that we're not good enough, we're not enough, we're too broken, all the good ones are taken, all of those lies that we tend to believe so easily, clean up a lot of that. So we prepare your heart, we help you prepare your life, help you make room for another person. Somebody doesn't want to feel like the third wheel in the emotional relationship you still have with your late person. So, how do you make room in your life for being able to be fully partnered with another person? How do you attract the right person? Stop attracting all the wrong ones. And how do you love with confidence? How do you thrive in love and love ultimately with confidence? So that is what this mastermind is for. And hi, welcome. When I created the mastermind, I went back and forth quite a bit on how long should it be? Should it be a year long? Should it be 6 months? Should it be 6 weeks? I have before built and sold a dating masterclass series, which was a 6 week series with a bonus Q&A session. And I got a lot of positive feedback from having that series. People really enjoyed it, but it just felt like it wasn't enough. Like there was so much more I could have covered. It really requires its own space and its own container to be able to talk through those things. So I knew I wanted it to be more than 6 weeks, but when I thought about the six month mastermind or even a year, sometimes what tends to happen is people feel like, well, this isn't something I need to take action on. Like maybe I'll get around to doing it later. Like I've bought tons of courses and courses that I just think, it didn't really cost me that much. I can get around to it whenever I have time. And guess what? Most of the time, I don't make time to actually do it. My own personal growth, the fastest has been with a one-on-one coach, but the second most fast way to propel forward and the best way to connect with other people on a similar path has been a mastermind setting. That's why I love the mastermind setting so much, because as a group, you are on a journey to get somewhere. So I didn't want it to be 6 to 12 months because for me, this is not an educational mastermind where I'm going to be feeding you tons of content and you're in a mode of learning, learning, learning. Yes, you're going to learn a lot and you're going to be taking some steps. Now, this doesn't mean you have to put your dating profile out there. Okay. So even though I say I'm going to help you make your dating profile, it may be we're making it on paper, we're making it on the computer. because you just want to get an idea. It's kind of like when you're wanting to find a different job, you go ahead and create your resume. Even though you may not be ready to look for another job yet, even though you may be 6 months away or 12 months away from that, we go ahead and take the step of getting our resume ready so that when you are ready, it's not an excuse of why you can't get started. You already have it, like you're ready to go. So we go ahead, we create your dating profile. I'll help you pick out like pictures. We walk through dating safety tips. We walk through like so much. There's so much good stuff in here. Even if what I try to explain to people, so the dating masterclass series lives in the Brave Widow community, and I gift it as a bonus for people many times who want to join. And what I try to explain to people is like, there's so much value in just that course around communication, around attachment styles, around how you put yourself out in the world that even if you were interested in dating, just from a aspect of learning more about yourself, about communication, about relationships, it's worth it to watch the videos and go through the content just for that. Like it really has some good stuff in there. It's one I'm really, really proud of how that course came out, that masterclass series. So, the Love After Loss Mastermind, you are going to learn a lot. I'm going to give you tools as simply as possible, and you are going to be taking action every single week. This mastermind is not about just learning. It's not about being a student in a class. It's about taking something away from every single week and actually implementing it and having me as your coach, helping to give you feedback, encouraging you, holding you accountable, helping you navigate this process in specifically where you are, that you are encouraged to keep moving forward. So the mastermind is 12 weeks long. We kick off Monday. So on the 17th, we will start. And the first week is what we call a kickoff week or a systems week. And we're going to do 2-hour coaching every day, Monday through Friday. I am going to teach the heart framework. So there's 5 letters in heart. We're going to go over a different letter every single day. And through that heart framework, you are going to create your own personal love after loss plan. So we will have worksheets and you'll be able to take those, identify where you are in this framework and where you are in the process and determine what your exact next steps should be. I will help you with making some of those decisions where you feel stuck or where you feel unclear. I'm going to keep it as simplistic as I possibly can. And you will have that done in the first week. So then we have 11 more weeks of coaching, 2 hours every single week. Our calls are going to be on Tuesdays every single week. And we are going to have coaching. We're going to have some workshopping time. I'm going to do some mentoring and coaching and really just help you navigate through this crazy journey of love after loss while avoiding the pitfalls of dating and creating a life that you love again. So, we're also going to do during those next 11 weeks some workshop. Like these are not teaching coaching sessions, right? These are hands-on. So, like I said, we're going to create your dating profile. We're going to do a workshop where you're designing your dream future. And if your future feels a little murky, it's okay. We're going to work with what we have, and you're still going to be able to do that workshop. I'm going to do a deep dive on dating safety tips and strategies. You're going to assess your attachment style and learn about that, communication and boundaries, and so much more. We also will have a hot seat day where it's a day full of coaching, and you will rotate it being in the hot seat where you will get direct one-on-one coaching during that amount of time, and we will tackle the biggest hurdles, obstacles, challenges, insecurities, whatever you have. We are going to coach through that on that day. You'll also get to listen as everyone else has their hot seat coaching and listen with the intent of taking away what you can apply from what you've learned in that environment. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. So you also, but wait, there's more. As a member of the mastermind, you are going to have access to the Brave Widow membership, the full Brave Widow membership community for the lifetime of the community. For the lifetime of the community, meaning we have tons of courses and workshops that are in there. We have private community forum where you can connect with other widows. We do 2 live calls every single month. I have a call here in just a few minutes at 11 Central. We're doing a Valentine's Day well, I can't tell you what all we're doing, but it's going to be great. We're doing a Valentine's Day special call today, and we're going to honor the love that we have for our person and learn how to, we're going to expand our hearts some so that we can start loving more about life. And next month in March, we are going to be going through decluttering your home and your mind and spring cleaning and all of that good stuff. So every month is a little bit of a different theme in the membership community, and you have access to Ask Emily. You can send me a confidential coaching question at any time, and I'll respond back within the next business day. And it's just, there are so many great things in there, like how to meet people and make friends, how to build self-trust and self-confidence. And you will have access to that for the lifetime of the membership community. So it's a great, great bonus as part of this mastermind. And some additional bonuses, you're going to get the Dating Masterclass series. And then also the Brave Widow systems and the mastermind that is just finishing up this month. That was a 6-month mastermind. We met every week for 2 hours, and you get access to all those replays. That was a $3,000 program. So having access to all those replays is an amazing bonus. And if you sign up today for the Love After Loss Mastermind, you'll get 2 private one-on-one coaching calls with me, which I normally charge about half the cost of this entire mastermind just for that coaching support. But you can schedule those calls anytime during the mastermind and get that direct coaching and private personal feedback where you need it most. Okay, let me get to some of your questions here. Just scrolling up. Okay, so some of the questions that I have received, I want to make sure I'm answered. Okay, so I'm busy during the week. Can I still join if I can't come live? Absolutely. I'm a replay girl. I am part of several other groups and I consume by replay. So, meaning that when I'm driving or when I'm doing laundry or I am, um, listening late in the evening and just that's what I'm focused on, listening or watching. You'll have access to all of the content, the recorded calls, the worksheets, the materials to be able to download those. You will have access to that, and you'll still be able to participate and submit your tracking. So remember, we will have the community forums. We'll have a private Facebook group just for this group, and you'll have a simple process where I can keep track of your progress and what you're focused on for the week. And I will give you that feedback. So you very much can still participate. You can also, if you can't come to a coaching call, but you have a coaching dilemma or question, you have access to submit those to me directly. And I can even talk about those on the calls as much as I can with whatever information you share. Do you offer payment plans? How much? Oh, sorry. How much does this cost, and do you offer payment plans? So the mastermind costs $2,000, and you can do a payment plan of welcome. You can do a payment plan of $800 per month for 3 months. So by paying in full the $2,000, you will save $400. But you can do a payment plan of $800 a month. And also, if you sign up today, remember you're getting those 2 one-on-one personal coaching calls with me, which I normally charge about $2,000 a month to do one-on-one coaching every week. So you are getting a great bonus there. Can I use 2 different credit cards to pay? Yes, if you need to use different cards, if you need help getting set up on a payment plan, just DM me, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you with that. That's no problem. How long is the mastermind? Okay, so the mastermind starts Monday, February 17th, and runs through Friday, May 5th. So it is a 12-week mastermind, and those are the dates that we plan to meet. And remember, the first week, we'll be meeting every day, Monday through Friday, for 2 hours. So you're going to get 10 hours of coaching in your first week, which is amazing. How do I make sure that I get personal coaching in a group? Okay, so this is a group coaching container and program, but it's very high touch compared to many group coaching programs, meaning that I work very closely with you. I come along beside you. I'm invested in looking at where you are. Do you know what your next steps are? How are you progressing against those next steps and what kind of progress that you're making? I have a very simple system we're going to use to track your progress, to lay out your challenges, and I'm going to give you personal feedback every single week. And remember also, welcome, that if you sign up today on the 14th, you're going to get 2 private one-on-one coaching calls with me. So that is really going to help fast track you forward in your progress. And then we have our hot seat coaching day where you'll get typically about an hour of time in the hot seat for that day of coaching. And you'll get to hear other people's hot seat coaching with the intent of taking away what you can and applying it to yourself. If you want even more support, you're like, no, I need one-on-one coaching the whole way through, or I need more coaching. There is an option when you check out to upgrade your package. So if you want one-on-one coaching once a month with what I call on-demand video coaching for a whole 6 months, then you can upgrade for $1,000 if you pay in full. So that's 6 private one-on-one coaching calls and 6 months of on-demand video coaching, which is where we send video messages back and forth real time. Then I have an amazing offer as part of an upgrade there. And how do I sign up? Okay, you can go to bravewidow.com. You can also go to bravewidow.com/love, LOVE, and sign up there. And I'm just checking the comments really quickly. Hi, Shamar. Happy Valentine's Day to you. I hope you are having a great day, although it's probably nighttime where you are. If I remember right, you're either before me or after me. I can't remember on the timing. Okay, so how do I know that this is going to work for me? Well, listen. If you decide that you are going to invest in this, not only invest to be part of this program, but to show up, to do the work, to apply what we are sharing with you, this is going to work for you. Now, I don't know exactly what your goal is because it doesn't really say here, right? Like, is your goal to get married in the next 12 weeks and you haven't even started dating yet? Then, that's one thing. But if your goal is to make progress or to build up your confidence or to start dating or to, you know, weed through some of the people that you're talking to and have confidence in navigating the pen pals and the time wasters and start attracting the right people, depending on what your goal is, this absolutely can work for you. What I have found, and I've gone through many coaching programs, I've been through many masterminds, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on several of these. And what I have found is that when I decide to engage and participate and to take action on what I'm learning, I always get way more value out of that experience than what I paid for. And remember that these are lifelong skills, tools, and resources that you have. This isn't something that you learn how to do these things and then 12 weeks later you just forget how to do that. Like, you are learning skills and you are developing yourself in a way that's going to support you the rest of your life. So absolutely this can work for you. Okay, just checking more questions. How do I know if I'm emotionally ready to start? How do I know if I'm emotionally, I don't know, why can't I read today? How do I know if I'm emotionally ready to start dating again? Well, there's no perfect timeline, and everybody's journey is unique, which is feels like the politically correct answer, right? But listen, on day one of the program, day one, Monday, this Monday, we're starting with H in the heart framework, which is the heart work, which is where we're helping you assess your emotional readiness, helping you look at what grief and guilt and components that loneliness might be playing in your search for dating. So, is your desire to date because you feel incomplete and you feel lonely and you feel not a whole, like you're looking for this other person and this relationship to save you? Okay, well, that could be an indicator you're not emotionally ready to start, or I like to think of it more about you're going into it eyes wide open. So if someone wants to start dating right away, sure, you can do that. You just want to walk into it eyes wide open. You want to know that it's going to feel more volatile than if you were further along in your emotional healing journey. And you can walk into it knowing that and expecting that and experiencing that. And this doing the hard work that very first day of coaching is going to help you figure that out. Okay. What if I decide I don't want to date? Is this still helpful to me? What if I don't want to date but still want to build I put these two questions together. If I don't want to date but I still want to build a life that I love. Look, here's the thing. The mastermind isn't just about dating. That's why I titled it Love After Loss. I didn't call it the Brave Widow Dating Mastermind, right? Because it's not just about dating. It's about rebuilding your confidence. It's about rediscovering who you are, about gaining clarity about what you want for your life and for your future, about building a future that excites you and inviting more into your life of what you want. Like, what do you want to experience more of? Is it love? Is it luxury? Is it kindness? Is it gentleness? Is it excitement and adventure? Like, what is that? Let's build that into your future vision and learn how to start bringing that. Hi, Annie. How do we start bringing that into our life? So even if you're on the fence, like, I don't know if I want to date again, I have a lot of mind drama around going on dating apps and all of that, you're going to learn so much more in this mastermind about yourself, about what you want for your future, and how to navigate all of that confidently. It's like I shared with you at the beginning of this live. Like, even if you, on the Dating Master Series course that I did, even if you just go through the content and you decide, oh, I don't really want to date, you have learned so much about yourself, about relationships with other people, about how communication works, about how connecting with other people works, that that value is incredible in the course. Like it's worth the time and the effort to go through it just to learn all of that. Those are really great questions. Um, what if I'm afraid I'll never love someone as much as I love my late spouse? That's a common fear that we deal with, and it's a common fear for people who are dating widows, right? Because they don't want to come in second place. They don't want to feel second best. They don't want to feel that, oh, well, the only reason you're dating me is because you didn't have a choice, right? Even though there's some truth to that, because we didn't expect to be widows. We didn't expect, I never thought I would have to date again, right? But part of the goal of this mastermind, again, on that first day, we're going to do a lot of that heart work where we clear up some of the junk that's in our heart, some of that guilt, some of those fears, and we learn how to expand our capacity to love another person. And he says, I met a nice guy recently and it's going very well. But yesterday I was feeling guilty about enjoying myself. Well, thank you for sharing that, Annie. I actually did a live yesterday on expanding our capacity It sounds fancy, I guess, not always clear. But what that means is that I teach you how to get through some of this guilt, right? Because through grief and as widows, we learn how to expand our capacity to hold two things true. And so in Annie's case here, hi Gigi. In Annie's case, it might be I love my late person. I love the time that we had together. It was amazing. That was wonderful. And I'm kind of having fun. Like I'm enjoying the butterflies. I'm enjoying talking to this other person. I'm enjoying the dating process. In our minds, we want to think it has to be one or the other, right? In our minds, we want to think that, oh, well, that means I don't love that person anymore. That means that I don't care about them as much. I just forgot them and I've moved on. But that's not true. When we expand our hearts, think about like the Grinch on The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. He had to grow his heart. So we have the ability to expand our capacity and hold big emotions that feel opposite but true. It feels strange through grief to feel like I'm sad I lost my person and I'm excited that I'm going to meet someone or I'm going to go on this trip. Hi, Ellen. I'm going to do these things. So that's one of the things I teach you in the mastermind is how to expand your ability to hold both of those things as truth, even though they feel like they're conflicting with each other. It helps you let go of the guilt that, oh, well, I shouldn't be happy. I shouldn't be excited about talking to a new person. Number four. Okay, my next question here. What if I'm afraid of getting hurt again? Well, fear is fear is part of the process in doing anything new. And I'm going to share with you a pro tip, okay? Your brain's job is to keep you safe. Your brain likes to be on autopilot. It likes things that are familiar. It likes things that are comfortable. It likes things that it knows because if you're in a routine of doing the same thing every day, your brain thinks, oh, I'm safe. I'm safe. This is what I know. So think about anything new that you've wanted to try. Maybe it's learning how to play the piano. Maybe it's going to a new place for the first time. Maybe it's trying a new weight loss program. When you think about doing something new or different, your brain doesn't like that. And so it starts feeding you all of these fears. Well, what if I walk in and no one's nice? What if I can't do this? What if it doesn't work for me? What if they break my heart again? What if all the good guys are taken and the only people that are left are the ones with all the issues and the problems? What if someone scams me? What if someone cheats on me? Like fear is a natural part of doing anything new. And so it helps to first acknowledge that. But then my job as a coach is to teach you how to navigate through it and say, we're going to step forward in spite of fear. And those nagging thoughts that swirl around in our brain, I'm going to teach you how to give your brain something else to focus on so you can toss away some of these other thoughts that really keep holding you back. I had a great example yesterday. A client sent me a message. It was so amazing. And I shared it, I think, on social last night or early this morning. And she just said, I'm short. I'm 5 foot even. This guy that I'm liking, he's really tall. And I could not stop thinking about the fact that he probably doesn't like me because I'm too short. And I kept having this thought over and over, like, I'm just too short. That's what it is. And paraphrasing her message, like she was just obsessed on hyper fixated on the fact that one of her insecurities or something that a story she was telling herself is like, well, he doesn't like me because I'm too short. And she said, but now I'm able to catch myself when I have that thought and be like, no, God made me the way that I am on purpose. And the person meant for me is going to love the fact that I'm short. They're going to love the fact that I'm small. This is going to be something that they embrace. And that just lit me up when I read that message yesterday. And I was like, yes, this is it. Like that is part of the work we do in coaching is those recurring thoughts you have, like I'm too broken, I'm not good enough, I need to lose weight, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too whatever you are in your mind, those insecurities, those are most likely going to be the things that your person is going to love about you. And I teach you how to navigate that. So, fear is part of the process. Fear is natural whenever we try something new. And I am here for all of it to help you walk through all of that. I also love Matthew Hussey is he has a lot of content out there around dating and communication. And one of the things that he says that I really have taken to heart is, he was asked the question, what do I do? How do I trust that somebody's not going to cheat on me? That somebody's not going to break my heart? And he said, well, you can't. You can't know that somebody's never going to break your heart, they're never going to cheat on you. But what you can trust and what you can know is if that happens, how you're going to respond to that, what you're going to do, and how you're going to react in that type of situation. And I just love that response. Okay, how is this program different than other grief or widow groups? Well, in the Love After Loss Mastermind, we are focused a lot on transformation, on action, and there is a component of the heart work and emotional healing and grief that we focus on. But really, our focus here is not mostly centered around the emotional healing. Most of our work is going to be focused on taking action. It's very interactive. We have a lot of coaching that's happening. And based on where you are, like if you haven't started dating yet, if you're in the middle of dating, if you're in a relationship, if you're just curious about dating, based on where you are, we're going to move you forward. So if you're thinking about dating and you want to start, we're going to get you starting. We're going to get you set up. If you're in the middle of dating and you've got a bunch of DMs from people and you're like, I don't know, are these guys leading me on or what? I'm going to help you sort through all that. If you're in a relationship and you're like, this is not going to work out long term, I need to untangle myself. But then I start thinking about how lonely I'm going to be and how I'm going to be alone again. And it just brings up like, my husband should be here. Why am I having to do this? Like, I'm going to help you navigate all of that. So, regardless of where you are in your dating journey, we are going to move you forward during this 12-week program. Some of these I've already answered, like if you can't make the live sessions, um, and what if I'm worried about being vulnerable in a group? Well, I certainly I can understand that. And what I would say, what I'm so proud of, every community is different, but one thing that I can say um, with pride humble pride is that the Widows and Brave Widow are absolutely amazing. Like these are some of the most amazing people that I've ever met. They are vulnerable, they are honest. I'm vulnerable. I am going to be sharing with you the mistakes that I've made, the times that I've had my heart broken, the professional scamming situation I got myself caught up in where someone was operating out of an airport hangar. Okay. Like this is a very vulnerable, open group that we keep in the group. So you have to be part of the group to be part of those conversations and to hear some of the coaching that people experience. And every time I, I'm trying to think if there's a time this hasn't happened. I don't think so. But every time that someone's vulnerable, and look, I've got tissues on my desk, so we don't sit around and cry all the time. But there are times where someone just shares something that just really gets to you, right? Or they're sharing their story and it's really hard for them to share and they're crying as they tell it. We just cry. It's just part of the process. We embrace it all. But every time that somebody has been vulnerable and open and shared, other people are like, oh, me too. Or, oh, I really resonated with that. And I was just afraid to say it, or I didn't know anyone else like anyone else out there experienced that too. That's why I love having other widows on the Brave Widow show. That's why I love having a very diverse group of widows in all stages of life and all stages of their journey, because people resonate when they hear someone else's story and experiences. It helps them connect with that person and it helps them know that they're not alone. That the things that you're struggling with are things that they may be struggling with too. And it's okay. Like we're going to get through this together. So being vulnerable and being open in a group is extremely helpful, not only to you, but into the other people that are in that mastermind. Okay, I'm just going to check the comments and see if there's any other questions. Hi, happy Valentine's. Yes. Yes, I thought this would be a really fun day to do this. Okay, I don't see any other questions. I'm going to be posting the replay of this frequently asked questions. And as a reminder, if you join today, you're going to get those two bonus one-on-one private coaching calls with me, which are valued at half the entire cost of this mastermind in what I normally charge people for one-on-one coaching. So I just really want to encourage you, if you're on the fence, today is the day. If you have questions, DM me, send me an email, emily@bravewidow.com, comment so I know to reach out to you. If you want a consult call because you're not sure and you want to spend an hour with me and just understand whether or not this is the right fit for you, reach out to me. I'll send you the link. We'll do a consult. There's no pressure. There's no pressure to join. I want you to join if you feel at peace, if you feel excited, like the thought of this is really exciting, what we'll be going through. Every mastermind I've done, every coaching that I've done, we track progress via numbers, and every widow has seen results in one category or multiple categories. I'm very, very proud of that. It's not, what's the word? Not sexy, but when you're tracking, let's say you're working on a goal of confidence and you start and you say, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, my confidence is a level 3. And by the end of this program, now my confidence is a level 9. Like that's a big deal. That's a big deal for a widow to be able to say, ugh, I really don't feel confident at all. And now I feel like I could take on the world. I could do anything. That's the type of progress that we track. And we'll have progress we track in this dating mastermind. But I am proud to say I can stand 100% of people that I work with do make tangible, significant progress that we have tracked, and it is amazing. Okay, if you want to sign up, go to bravewidow.com and I will see you in the mastermind soon. Bye bye.